All right, welcome back to another wonderful session. Oh my God, I got to move my camera here. 1 second. Okay, encounter roleplay. Oh, you're waving. I thought you were flagging me down, man. Okay, so just a quick shout out to our sponsors. We're going to jump right in today because we missed our last story progression session, but had an amazing little side quest that Malachar threw together for us. Or Nat threw together for us. So, yeah,
both.
Malachar might have something to do with it, right? I mean, just no, maybe. Okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny this.
Okay, so just first and foremost, sponsor Fantasy Grounds. Thank you very much for your amazing support and your fantastic tool. I'm loving it. And we've got it down here in the corner, and it's great for showing our rolls in our chat without having to have a different webcam for every individual die roll, though I kind of may think about doing that in the future because I love physical dice. Because, and even then, our second sponsor is Tabletop Loot, and they have some great specials as well, specifically to us, and let's see, what is it? It's I think it's a 20% discount, something like that. But the details are in the chat. And waylandgames.co.uk. You can go there and get some amazing figurines if you are of the tabletop persuasion, which I have to admit, that's where my heart is. But this is where the players are. So you guys are amazing, and I can't wait this session every week. I look forward to this more than I probably should. If my boss knew where my brain was when I was looking at my work, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. If my boss is watching, welcome to the fan club.
Okay, coming into the stream chat.
Oh yeah, I'll take a vacation to do this, so you can't do nothing. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Last session, we had some espionage, like maybe Ocean's 5 sort of thing, Ocean's 6. It was pretty incredible. Who wants to talk about that? All right, come on. It can't be now. You guys got to lavish it on. I heard amazing things. I made some things from chat here and there. So.
Cyrus attempted to assassinate and failed miserably, as we all expected from the very beginning. So in brief summary, because someone else is going to have to actually summarize where we're at in the sewers, because I don't remember. I remember this though, because it was only last week. So we in a dream sequence. We were summoned as Demir to our Demir contact. To delay and or shut down a what was it for the eviction, right? An eviction of an apartment building, and we decided to infiltrate what's the name of that faction, Nat? That I always can't remember. That Azorius, because I always want to say is it, but I know that's wrong. The Azorius, like I guess office building, sad cubicles everywhere and things, and to take out in some way, shape, or form the man responsible for putting the eviction together and save some lives. After we did a little heisting, some planning, some owl shenanigans, remembering that it exists, and some disguising. Getting really cool magic powers so Krav could disguise themselves and make them their way inside as well, so we didn't have to do too much crazy things. Being stopped and bluffing our way around she's like not a guild leader, guild master, I guess. One of the former guild masters. A guild master for the Azorius. We found ourselves in the correct office, and we ended up killing this person who briefly, for all of us, appeared as Malachar, and Cyrus relished in slaying the better rogue. Not actually, but we did discuss a little bit about that. There's going to be some conflict here. And then burned the room and all of the papers therein for the eviction. Made our escape, one of us jumping into a burning building and acting like they're helping and getting away. Cyrus making use of the ring to turn invisible and hide and Nikki. Strum flying away like he's in a TIE fighter out of harm's way, and Krav, as Krav does, teleported down into a bathroom and then disguised themselves as the guildmaster, attempted to walk out, was discovered, and then sprinted their way away and smashed some buildings and debris so they couldn't be followed. It was a little nutty, but we all escaped, made it back to our contact, and then figured out it was all a dream. And that was kind of where we left it off, at least for last week's session. So we have some fallout for that to figure out when we take our next long rest.
Yes. Annoyingly, that hasn't quite happened yet.
Yes. That's canon, but not yet.
Yeah.
I may have missed a few things in there when I was watching. I thought the assassination was successful.
Oh, it was successful.
It was just messy.
Cyrus failed. Cyrus failed.
Krav was the one that cracked him open like an egg. Okay.
Yeah.
Cyrus
Krav
the
did
silent
it.
kill, and the wizard friend. Yeah.
It was wild. I loved
It
it.
was fun.
It was wild
Okay.
and enjoyable.
Okay, Cyrus doesn't really have the most magic items. I'm just. I had them before they were identified.
Whatever, man.
Okay. Oh man, I love Cyrus so much. The rogue shenanigans in this party are crazy. Okay. So before this sort of dream sequence, we did also have an epic battle. It actually took up the entire session. Like the session previous. Remember, there was a maddened angel with black wings that was pretty intent on hiding on the ceiling. Cyrus, you were the one who spotted him, and he flew down and cackled wildly, and combat ensued. It was a pretty hairy moment there for a little bit, but you guys got through it, pulled together, and then I'm assuming took a long rest afterwards, as it was quite the battle. And you had just finished up with the water weird as well, right?
Yeah, it was right before that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wandered from the water weird fight where everything blew up on Cyrus to the next fight, which took a toll on everyone. I think.
That was intense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're still there. I think we're still there, but I don't think we've actually rested yet. That hadn't been decided because I think we're still trying to figure out where we were going.
I believe when we ended, the power went out again.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, power was out.
We stabbed the thing and we cut. It was pretty.
Yeah.
We were overtime. We were pretty sharp at
There
it.
was
It's true. It's
a
true.
distant screaming, and then the power went out.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Like,
This is fun.
you know, like normal.
It's been our experience down here.
True. Accurate.
For that, yeah.
We were in
Everything ends up screaming down here.
So we were in the white zone, just finished up with the combat. The little thralls kept swapping places with this this maybe and sort of dark angelic figure. And after the combat, so in the moment, in the silence after the combat, the power shuts down. The silence and the screaming in the distance are the only thing you hear for just a few moments. There's a faint popping and buzzing in the distance, and you can hear water droplets, but the silence is ominous, and the darkness is complete. It's not magical darkness or anything of that nature. It's just pitch black. Those of you with dark vision can see as dim light conditions. So, you just came from the tunnel to the east. You're in a mass of pipes and valves that there's not a whole lot of space to get through this room. It's kind of cramped in that you'd have to risk climbing over and through bundles of conduit and piping. And it's difficult terrain, we'll put it that way, with the exception of Cyrus, who will have proficiency. Well, not proficiency, who will have a rogue bonus to the terrain.
What about Strum and his kind of roguey bonus?
Kind of.
I mean, he gets roguish abilities as a goblin.
I will say this. You of a smaller stature are definitely less inhibited.
Okay, good.
You think of it like squeezing is what's making it difficult terrain, and as your size category smaller, it doesn't really affect you in the same way.
Ooh, good stuff. Good to know.
So Katrin and Krav are screwed.
No, just slow.
Big squad.
Hey, I am slow too.
Big squad.
Big
Well,
squad.
Katrin and Krav are both over 7 feet tall, so it's a little.
Oof.
And I've got 2 extra feet, so you never know.
Malakar is going to turn on his lantern hat that we eluded a while ago.
Oh, that's handy,
Always
Malakar.
Delightful.
So the slant comes on, and there's a narrow beam of light that just goes and sort of shows you the extremely foggy and it's a bit obscured, but you can definitely see better in here.
Oh, that was good thinking, Malikar. Where should we go from here, though?
Well, the opposite direction we came from seems pretty good to me. We heard. So did anyone else hear that screaming, or is that just in my head? Oh no!
Wait,
One more
what?
time, Eris.
Uh-oh, I think Aris froze.
No.
Wait.
Oh, do we have you? There we go.
Yeah? I
There we go.
lost you guys for a second.
Yeah,
I
you
just said
zipped
that sounds
up
about
for
right. That was it.
now. Okay.
Okay. So as you venture into the darkness and the fog in a westerly direction, you do come back out of the other side of the room, and there appears to be a bit of standing water on the floor. Not a lot, maybe just condensation or something of the nature, but it wouldn't even really be something that was noteworthy in here, except for all of the arcing flashes that seem to be coming from around the corner, now that you can see a little bit further ahead. Also, as you're getting closer to this corner, and you see this flashing from beyond, it's like a little bit of tinnitus. Your ears start ringing and occasionally popping like a hiss of white noise.
What is that?
Does it sound rhythmic?
Very arrhythmic, actually.
Okay.
It's not that you want to tap
Do
your
we-
foot to.
Krov's long ears are like pinned back like a horse. She doesn't like it.
So who is going to creep forward? Who's going to try?
I mean, yeah. Do the thing.
How much water's? Wait, Cyrus.
Maybe quarter range.
Yes,
there's,
Malakar, what's
lightning
up?
And stuff. We might want to avoid.
Oh, is
stepping in
there? Oh, all right. Well,
I saw like sparking. I thought.
right.
I thought I heard that.
My eyes aren't seeing as well as they probably should.
I mean, you
I'd
can
like
climb
to.
around it, right?
That's my next thought. DM, what do the walls look like, and can I shimmy my way across them away from sparking water?
as you're looking around, deciphering where the wall actually begins and the room ends is a little bit difficult to tell with all the pipes, but it does seem to be like a woven mat almost of hodgepodge pipes that appear to be, some of them warmer than others, some of them look like they might be cooler than others. And you definitely have the ability to climb the walls and get out of the water on the floor.
Sure. All right. Well, I would like to quietly make my way across these hodgepodge of pipes, not burning myself or freezing a monkey foot to any of these things, and silently move forward.
All right.
Do you want some company?
Yeah, I think these pipes are probably good enough for you to get a handle on without much trouble.
Yeah. I have the athlete feet, so climbing doesn't cost me any extra movement.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
So it gives you a climbing movement speed, or do you still need to make a
It just
climb check?
says, it doesn't say it, just says climbing doesn't cost extra movement. So I don't
It's
know
like
if that's the
half of the-
equivalent of a climbing speed, because normally you move at like half speed.
So it would be
Yeah,
difficult.
it's like half of the benefits of a climb speed.
So you still need to make a climb check, but you move at your full pace. Okay.
That sounds reasonable.
Cyrus, roll for me an investigation check and describe your strategy for determining which pipes are hot and which pipes are cold.
Oh, very carefully. I mean,
The old back of the hands check.
yeah, no, I mean, it's,
I don't
let's
know.
find out, I guess. Unable to open window because no module containing is out. Check module. Hang on a second. It doesn't want to let me. It doesn't want to let me roll.
That's the
That is
T.
a stat I know.
Doesn't want to let me roll.
That's a lot of tech speak from you, Cyrus. Is something invading your mind?
Yep. Unable to open window using wildcard link because no module containing that link is open. All right, fine. I'll just manually roll. Does that work? Nope, that's a nat 1. Great, cool, neat, real neat. I'm
Does that
super,
work? No.
super glad that is what I get to deal with when
Here we
this doesn't want
go.
to work. So DM, here's the
I'm
description.
really, really glad that you're so consistent.
I grab everything. How about that? I don't care. I grab everything and end up scalded, frozen, and or otherwise.
Oh. So you just go charging out across the room. You leap towards the wall, and one hand lands on a steam pipe and another on a frozen pipe, and you just start swinging like arm over arm down the hallway at top speed. And it's probably maybe 5 or 6 swings in before you realize that the temperature coming through your gloves is not just friction heat, and it's not because of the speed and you're sweating. It's definitely a little more than that. And your hand slips off in the last possible moment as you're trying to arc around the corner. And you fall. Trying to catch yourself, if you would roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Ooh. Ooh.
That wanted to roll. That's a 2. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm back in form, chat. Here I am, just killing it, killing the game.
So you reach
Gotcha.
out with one of your feet just as you start to lose your grip on the cold pipe and grab a blazing hot steam pipe. Pull your foot hand back just at the last possible moment before it really starts to singe you too much and fall directly into the water on the floor. It's only about ½ inch. You thump, and there's a bit of a splash, but you have just enough time to look up and realize that you're in the water on the floor, and one of the arcs slams down right into the floor about 15 feet away from you, and you take 1d6 electrical damage.
Cool. DM, let's go ahead. Let's make it like 20 damage, and then Cyrus can just die, and then I just don't have to deal with this anymore. That'd be super cool. That'd be
That,
super
that
cool.
description. That description really made it sound like it was going to be a lot more damage.
Yeah,
The lightning
yeah. that's what it
slams
would be.
into the water.
Oh.
Well, he didn't take any falling damage. We can do falling damage. No.
It's up to you.
It's a trap. There was a way of disarming it. There's a way of skill checking through it.
Sure.
But next, Samwise, Suniva, if you would like to come.
What damage did I take, DM? It doesn't say.
Oh, I didn't roll it in game. I rolled it in.
Oh, okay. I just heard the 1d6, and I didn't hear the result.
4 points of damage.
Okay.
Everybody else is saying 8, so.
Oh no.
I mean, 8 would be
I
this
just
score.
found all the figures on the screen that look like 20 to me. Okay, so Suniva,
Yeah.
you were coming down the hallway right behind Cyrus. He's laying on the ground, just got massive jolt, and you're just kind of. Would you roll me your climb check, please?
Yeah, is that athletics?
Yes.
Or acrobatics?
At your discretion.
At my discretion? Ooh, sweet, thanks.
Yes.
I'm gonna do acrobatics. Ah, not good either. It's because I should have rolled my physical die. My dice
make it
envy
about
die.
5 feet down the hallway, and your hand just slips right off. You haven't even really gotten to the hot or the cold pipes yet. You saw him fall and hit the ground and get shocked, and then you just kind of like weren't paying attention enough and land on your feet in the water, and you feel the sting as the arc hits. But you don't really get the full brunt of it. You're not quite all the way down the hallway yet. Cyrus, as you look up from the puddle and see this arc hit, beyond it, you see something that you've never seen before. The darkness is pulling away from the walls and sort of like coalescing in the middle of the room. And as your eyes sort of adjust into the darkness, you feel like it's almost like an event horizon. There's a black void that has a slight glow on the outer rim. It's not a full sphere. It's actually sort of almost blazing and burning and swirling at the same time like a black sun. And it seems to be shrinking.
Well, that's weird.
And smaller. The hissing, popping, and ringing in your ears gets louder and louder.
Jesus! I need
Like
these.
painful loud or bearable I can approach loud?
It does appear to be getting louder. It doesn't appear to be like it doesn't actually resonate off the walls. It's almost like it's coming from between spaces. It's not reverberating. It's omnipresent.
Don't like that.
No,
Okay.
don't like that at all.
That's unsettling. Cyrus, are you okay?
Yeah, wait, are my ears bleeding yet? I guess is my question. Or is
Ears
it
are not
manageable?
bleeding, but I need another dexterity check.
Sure, why not? That's a nat 1.
Again?
Yeah, welcome to my world. This is
Oh.
Who hacked his dice? Who hacked Fantasy Grounds and made his dice bad?
Wow.
I think that Fantasy Grounds has something against you.
You got the Will Wheaton curse.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, you did.
The name.
You know what I love? You know what I love?
No.
Chat has paid
Macbeth,
to give me a natural 1 at some point in time. But guess what, guys? You don't need to do that because I'll roll
You
them
get
all
natural
on
ones.
my own. Jeez, man.
Cyrus, I got to tell you, you've got a natural 20 in the top corner of your screen right there.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I feel like I should use it for something that's meaningful, not getting up off the ground. So, that seems
Apparently,
a little.
getting up off the ground is something you probably should use it for, though.
Yeah. So heads up, chat. I need you to pay for every roll I take tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love.
Pay
That
to
doesn't
win.
sound like sounds like a nice want, maybe a novelty.
Make a what?
It's a nice want. It's not really a need.
Get a roll my
So
physical
DM,
dice.
what does the next lightning bolt do to me? I don't know what's happening. So I failed whatever the check was.
As you lunge backwards, because you see this blue glow start to begin to form down and running, chasing pipes down the wall, sort of like coil. It just like gets louder and louder. And when you think it's about to strike you, it arcs out and slams into this black sphere. And it just makes this massive, like, and it suddenly just and shrinks out in this little white pop.
Oh no.
And there is absolute silence, and the ringing grows louder and louder. And then a massive arc wave just white ring straight out down the corner hits the wall, and you see steam from these hot and cold pipes just bursting into the pipes in the hallway right behind you. And you realize if you had been standing, perhaps you would be also in more than one piece at the moment. But you do take 1d6 of electrical damage.
Again. I'm waiting for the number. I need to know the one that ends up killing me. That's what I care about.
Another 4.
Anybody?
Another 4?
Anybody else in favor of running through before that happens again?
Already
Hang on. I feel like I need to sit in this water for a little longer. Maybe take a little bit more hurt from
Strum's
the
already
lightning.
running through.
No,
Alright,
no,
let
I
me
will
help you out
keep
there.
moving and help him up, yeah. Because I'm like between
Malachi.
today.
It's going to cast Prestidigitation to make Cyrus just a little bit damper.
Oh, stop bullying
Wow.
the monkey man. Stop
I mean, you
bullying the
said
monkey
you said you
man.
wanted to spend more time in the liquid.
No,
I'm
you're right.
helping
No,
out.
go ahead. I can't hear you anyways over the ringing in my ears. So just
I
keep
don't-
going.
We
Can
don't have
Croft
time
just-
for this.
Can Croft just pick him up by like the collar of his jacket
Yeah,
while she's walking by?
Dragging him
Neither
up.
they're charging down the hall, timing it between the blasts in their perception, and start charging directly towards the blackened room where the flashes have been coming from. There are arcs and pops in the walls, but nothing seems to be culminating just yet as you go charging towards it.
I mean, I was going to go towards Cyrus to help him because I'm just watching him sit in water getting zapped over and over again.
No, I'm good. Don't you worry. It's fine. I'll get up on my own damn time.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no. The only thing hurt is, my entire body and my pride. I'm fine.
Oh, this poor man.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh wait, yeah, you can. They can buy more ones. Someone go buy me
Oh
one.
no. Don't bully him.
Okay,
so-
so
Well, as you go charging into the room, this space opens up around you. There is another sort of pressure vessel in the middle of the room that you recognize from the green zone. This one appears to be staved in, or maybe it's just collapsed. You're not really sure from looking at it, but the pressure void inside definitely appears to have rent the outer structure, and it has collapsed inward. And in the moment you get into the room and you're taking stock of your surroundings, the screaming begins to come back a little louder. The voice, some moments seems human, sometimes not. Other times male, masculine-esque, and other times not. You're not really sure where it's coming from, but it's echoing inside of the pressure vessel, and it's coming in like pulsing waves. It's not just like a constant sound.
Is it words at all, or do I just hear just a screaming?
It's definitely just a screaming. There are no intelligible words, but if I had to describe the emotion, the raw power behind this plea of terror, it would be abject torture.
Oh, I want to see if there is anything that is openable or what is going on. And I'll just sort of call back, I think something is trapped in here. And I'm going to start looking around for a thing to open.
Okay, you go around the room, and the static is sort of just maybe in like one or two arcs, just kind of popping out from things. And if you've ever watched a Tesla coil, it'll just like run along the edges of things, like fingering out into the room, but not actually arcing all the way to anything. As you reach down to the pressure vessel and put your hand on it to poke your head aside, it actually shocks you a little bit as you touch it, but the shock goes away relatively quickly, and your hand just kind of tingles as it's touching the pressure vessel, or what's left of it. Peering inside, it's almost like your head goes through a wall. But I mean, the darkness is just sudden and absolute. Light does not seem to penetrate from without, and you just poke your head into a magical darkness inside of this crushed vessel.
Hello? My name is Suniva. I'm here to help.
Your voice echoes back to you in modulated pitches. You're not sure if it's now or if it's an echo. It seems sort of wrong because you can't really pick up a distance. It doesn't just sound like the reverberation of a small room. It sounds like something is wrong in there. You say, hello? And you hear back, hello.
What?
Good.
Hello.
Do you need help?
Need help? Help.
Okay, hold on. I will get mine for and I'll pull my head back out and goes, yeah, I think there's something going on here. There's this weird dark magic thing. I don't know. People need help, so.
These screams.
Do they sound good or they sound bad?
I don't know. They sound
I mean,
scared.
you've been a pretty good judge of character, right? I mean, you like us, we're pretty good people, and if you like them, I feel like, we could make a good call on it. Because maybe we just leave them there, right? I mean, if they're bad people, we just, we just leave them in there, figure out why all this is happening, and we just, fix this thing, get out of here, get paid, and get done, because I'm tired of being wet, shocked, and steaming out my ears.
Oh boy. You don't seem like you're having a good day, Cyrus. Maybe you should have a mushroom or some tea or something.
You down here, underneath the earth, in this metal work, you Selesnian folk, you like this? You like doing this? Man, I can't even hear myself think with all of this whatever. And you like this?
Not for us. It is for the greater good of the people who have been missing and the people in the precinct above.
They don't even know. They don't even know. And when it blows up, they won't even know. They'll just die, and it'll be fine. We can just go. We can just go. Not be here.
Grav has been listening to this with a straight face, but the second he says like the last thing, she's like, "Oh damn!" Like, "Oh shit, he's pissed." She's like, "Oh shit."
I'm just saying we are risking life and limb and have been for the last 3 days for people we don't even know and or care about for what? 10 gold pieces worth of gems? This is bigger than us. This isn't our problem. If the city wants this district to not blow up, they should have better protection. That's all I'm saying. I mean, hey, you know what? You see if you like them or not. All right.
Grav is kind of nodding, like, yeah, he's kind of right.
Wrong. You're not wrong. Like you're entirely right. But at the same time, it's a failing of the city that requires us to rely on spectacular individuals.
We were hired to do a job.
Yeah, I'm not
And
sure
really,
all of
it's
us are
not that
down
bad
here to do
underground.
this job. Just saying. But no, yeah. Saniva, are they good or bad? What do your ears tell you?
They need healing. I've got a few spells left.
It is very strange. Whatever is going on is unnatural. I can tell that much. So I don't know if whatever is going on is necessarily what it seems, but I can tell that these voices sound like they are in pain. Can't you hear?
I mean, I can't hear anything over this thrumming whatever. Also, I'm pretty sure that lightning went in my brain, and it's a little bit scrambled right now.
Could we hear Cyrus's expositions echoed in the demonic-y evil voice?
Oh, I hope so. I
That would
hope
be
so.
amazing.
If he pokes his head in the black zone, possibly.
Okay, so not just out in the room. Okay.
But as you are looking over at the pressure vessel, you see that the blackness that's coming from within the vessel has expanded slightly, and it's definitely coming out of the pressure vessel and growing. And in that moment, as you're pointing to it, something over on the wall, like a loose piece of piping, just sort of like an L bracket, like an L pipe in the corner, just begins rattling and like sparking, and suddenly flies straight down and smacks into the pressure vessel and makes this loud pop noise that sort of reverberates throughout the room. And you hear this
Geneva.
bass drop.
That's
Well, that's new.
Strum,
Scrum
that's a
is
pretty
into it.
good baseline. We can stick a pin in that for now. Saniva, I just had an idea. You do sun and stuff. Shoot it into the blackness. Just do it.
But what if I hurt somebody?
It's a pressure vessel, but it doesn't hold pressure. It holds light.
I will try, I guess, and I'll aim towards kind of like the bottom of where I think the pressure vessel is. So if there is like
In the
something
hole.
in there, I'll just the floor. Yeah, but I'll aim kind of downwards.
Yeah.
And I'll just like
In the hole, like to the floor.
Malachar, take a point of inspiration. That was.
Now, I already have that, so can I give it to Strum to make music with?
You can always share.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
very, very good assertion of assertion. I'm just going to make up words from now on. Assertion.
I like it.
Assertion. Very good assessment of the situation, and a great intuitive leap. So, it does appear to be expanding. Suniva, as you reach out with your hands, what are you casting?
I'm just gonna sort of like aim a sunbolt like into the thing and see what happens. It's the only thing I can do, but it's radiant for whatever that accounts for.
And she can do it repetitively at no cost.
It's an
All right.
action, so every 6 seconds.
You extend your hands down towards it, and sparks begin flying out of your hands that turn as you might recall, the different areas had different types of effects with the spells that you're casting. Some areas the spell will not work in that area. Here, in the white zone, when you cast a radiant spell, it is far more powerful than you are used to. It is amplified, and your radiant bolts come out of your arms like radiant lightning that just arcs and like strobes out and crawls across the surface of this pressure vessel. And you've never felt so potent in your castings before. And you just begin forcing light into this, and suddenly it collapses. It's just, it tears away at the room around you and begins spinning. And you see that it's this orb, maybe the size of an orange, that's spinning at a hyper velocity. It's just tearing the light from the room around it, and you're arcing these bolts directly into it, and they're trying to arc to other things in the room, and it's just sucking them in and pulling them towards us, and it's making this ghastly tearing noise that you've never quite heard before, and it doesn't seem to be coming from any physical place around you. And as this is
more.
I don't know. That is a good idea.
The room begins flickering around you, and you see, chained off into the infinite, there are these humanoids that are being stretched towards this torso first, almost from every angle even, just like they're being pulled. You can see that their joints are dislocating, and they're just letting out these horrific screams. And there's this tail of like bodily essence that is swirling and pulling out of their bodies and into this coalescing mass around this black void. There are tortured souls and winged individuals flitting about and flying between the chains, throwing lightning bolts down these arcing chain lengths and striking the individuals that are being pulled towards the center. And as quickly as you see this, it's gone and laying in the floor in the room around you. There's an individual that was, he looks familiar in a duality. You see him, half of him is charred and blackened, the other half golden and radiant, in mixed patches throughout. And you recognize that this could have once been Joram, and yet it's a toppling madman with wings that you've just slain. And he's smoking.
Is it like
a pipe
a
or like
cigarette?
his body?
That's not very helpful now.
Oh, that was good.
Very black like ooze that's just sort of bubbling off of him and evaporating into the air around him. And he just gives a sudden kick.
Hello there, buddy.
Back off.
You're right there.
Kill it.
Are you okay?
Are you real? His clothes are smoldering ruin, and he lays there almost naked in this puddle of what's the ectoplasm that begins that is actually
Worried about this guy, man. He is a
evaporating into the room.
bit of
Okay,
a wreck.
sublimating into the room. Thank you. There it is. Jesus. Okay. He looks at you with bloodshot, blackened eyes, and I mean his eyes. The white of them is pure black. The eye itself is red with a yellowish inner ring, and you can see, upon closer examination, the smoldering ruin of two wing stumps from his upper back.
Anyone else see Constantine like forever ago? That kind of the Keanu Reeves movie.
I don't
That's
like
where I'm
to
at right now.
remember it.
It was a great movie.
It was fantastic. I loved it.
It was a great, but that's where I'm at. That's what I'm seeing. We got this is
Tilda
Constantine
Swinton.
all over. Yep. God. Yep. I see Tilda Swinton right now. That's all.
I was always told that clipping wings was a bad idea there. You should probably see if we can fix that there.
He looks up over his shoulder and sees the smoking ruin that once was this majestic sight and begins weeping inconsolably. And
oh no! Don't cry, buddy.
Begin flying out from the stubs of his wings.
Wait, what does?
What?
Sparks of light, like
Electricity or like
light,
radiant?
light, like almost like embers.
Oh,
embers.
okay.
They come off in a floating effect.
Is it standing? Are they standing? Like, are they on the ground or?
They appear to be sitting on their sort of left buttock and with their knees bent, their elbows over their knees, and their face in their hands, just sobbing uncontrollably.
Okay. Is the power back on?
The light in the room is stable. The traces above do seem to be consistent and pulsing.
All right.
And white.
All right.
The
Cyrus
is a ruin.
Good. Perfect. Cyrus would like to approach the thing, the guy, the whatever. Smolder guy with light coming out. Y'all just hang on. I might die anyway, so here, come here. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to him. Yeah, you look like you're in the right situation, but we kind of have to get moving. So I'm going to help you up, and you're going to lean on me, and we're going to get out of here before this place either blows up or we figure out if it's going to not do that anymore. But other than that, we can't really stay here. So... You know, I've been doing a lot of belly aching today, but watching you sit here and cry about it is just not working for me. So
what are you talking about?
Let's dry them tears and pull out a handkerchief, start dabbing under the eyes.
We don't need more salt in the world. There's already so much.
Now you get up and. Is this being clothed in any way, or we're just like this guy that's in the buff of all smolder and light?
It's kind of hanging off of one hip, you know.
Yeah,
it's going.
Yeah.
The all right. Not a whole lot to hide. It's fairly.
Yep. You're here. You're probably in a little bit of pain here, and you know I don't do this lightly, but put my coat around. Your shoulders here. Now you put your arm over here, and we gotta go. So hopefully you're okay to at least walk a little bit. And Malachar, do you remember the way out of this place?
So while Cyrus is doing that,
there's always a way out.
Right, but like an easy one. Not like one where I have to take a couple more hits to the head, lightning bolts to the ass, anything like that. I'm looking to stroll on out of here. Malachar, do you remember the way that we already cleared?
So while Cyrus was doing that whole thing, I think Malachar walked over to Suniva and just gave her a little push forward and whispered in her, "Show him your light."
What?
Do it.
I don't know what you mean. I already zapped him, I think. It's a ring?
Just like be brilliant and glow. And he's gonna just push her forward again.
Oh. I'm will kneel down with him and Cyrus, and I will put a hand on his shoulder, and I will say, we need to get moving, but you are with us now, and we will make sure that nothing else hurts you. I don't know what you will do here, but if there is anything, go ahead.
Sort of timidly putting your hand on his shoulder, he begins shaking, and at first you think he's sobbing more and devolving, and suddenly he looks up and he's got tears streaming down his face, but there is joy in his eyes, and he says to you that it is done. There is still yet light in this world, and you are proof of this. I will help you in your quest. This must be brought back to the balance. But time is, as you say, Cyrus, of the essence. We must. And he stands up, he shrugs the coat off of his shoulders and spins it and hands it back into your chest, Cyrus. And you see that from these little embers and flakes, though they begin flashing out as cinders, they begin hanging in spaces, sort of relative one another, staying in a location. And over the next few moments, you recognize that they're sort of wing-shaped. And these embers keep flying out and sticking, and his wings appear to be regenerating in some way or another. You're not sure, but it's fascinating to watch if you just had the time. And he turns around and
regardless.
Static embers
Katrin is completely. Katrin is taking notes.
He extends his hand toward the north wall, and out of his left hand, this massive black wave and bolt of energy just explodes forward, and he holds his right hand forward, and a massive white beam just shoots out, and where the beams unite in the north wall, a portal begins to open, and not a swirling, friendly portal that you would think of, but no, more like this left hand of blackness and right hand of light just begins tearing this fabric of space apart. And you see the wall distort and stretch, and suddenly there's a black star field beyond, and he reaches through it with his like projection of himself in this arc of whitish light, pierces through the star field, and another doorway opens into a blackened room with flashing red light.
That's so Orzhov.
And with that, I will.
Oh no.
I know. Don't say
it's never good when the DM has to do something.
I mean, we're going to the Blackstone, right? I mean, come on.
Well, we're already in the firm zone.
Hey.
That one travels with us.
Ooh, there we go.
The firm zone's not a place. It's a people.
It's a people.
Exactly.
It's a state of mind.
We are
The
that
firm
people.
zone all along.
Okay. And as you enter in, as you watch, I should say, says, "Come, we must hurry. This will not hold long." And he begins floating forward, sort of full-on Sentinel superhero pose, Silver Surfer type thing. and just right through the void and into the next room.
I guess
Well,
we
catch and follows.
follow. Yeah.
Okay.
This seems like a terrible idea, but fine.
Where else are we
Let's
going
follow
to go?
the weird half darkness, half light creature through a void torn open in space rather than, I don't know, going home. This is a great idea. Step on through.
What?
Krav gives another big pat as she passes Cyrus and goes through the portal.
Yeah, as he puts on his coat that was so carelessly tossed back at him after he tried to be so friendly. Whatever, man.
Fuck
That's
your
what I get for
coat.
trying to be nice. That's what I get for trying to be nice.
All right.
We appreciated it, Cyrus.
Uh,
Jorm's clearly going through some shit.
you think?
Into the black zone, you see that the traces on the ceiling are running. Well, you know what? Actually, Malachar, roll for me an Arcana check. And
Gladly. And you know what? I'm just going to use one of these natural 20s I have. I'm just going to
Nice.
get a 28 nonchalantly.
I know exactly what this is.
the other day, and you know what? That is either wired wrong or there is something terribly, terribly messed up. The power is flowing countercurrent in here. The energy that's coming from the generator is instead going to the generator.
Can I fix it? With a, do I know how to fix it, I guess is the question.
This shouldn't be possible. There are relays and gates in the way to prevent backflow of a charge towards the generator. Otherwise, terrible things happen, like, arc light detonation. Early experiments that found them to be extremely unstable, but they forged ahead and eventually conquered the technology at the sacrifice of no amount of lives. No small amount of lives. Okay, so as you sort of stride into the room, confidently watching the traces on the ceiling, not really sure where this is going, you see that the pulses are just... It's rhythmic, and it's... And drum breaks in the song.
Yeah. Yeah, Strum, anytime there's some kind of rhythmic beat, you see that little, yeah, I can vibe with this.
It's what I see in the world.
Hey, if you're a heavy metal bard, you got to take them where they come.
That's right. So as you're sort of looking at this, you're certain that there is nothing you can do to change the flow. And you're looking around sort of at the diagram that's in your mind about how these things work after the last few that you've looked at, and after doing the repairs on the conduits, and you're noticing the conduit directionality has been swapped. And the energy appears feeding back into containment, but it shouldn't be capable of containing that much energy, and suddenly it strikes you that what if it's not being contained? What if it is instead being siphoned off?
Shouldn't be possible.
And as you say this into the darkness, a lightning bolt comes streaming out of the right wall, another out of the left wall, and they converge right in the middle of the room. And this massive, glowing ball of electrons, excited to see you in the middle of the room, begins growing and expanding, and suddenly pieces of metal fly off of the wall and begin adhering and melting around pieces of it, and it extends outwards into these limbs, and you could see as this face begins to form out of the electricity, and it begins staring down at you and speaking in this language you're not sure, but if electricity incarnate spoke to you, it would sound like this.
Strum is clutching onto his electric lute so that it doesn't get sucked in. He's just like,
Yeah, like I have a backpack covered in metal crap. I'm probably feeling a little pull too.
Oh, yeah.
I like mom arm him. Just whoop, woo.
That thing. I think that thing must be siphoning off the energy. We have to stop that.
Almost like it's speaking the language of magic. You might speak this.
Do I?
Let me look at your
the
character.
Strum?
You definitely
I speak Draconic and Abyssal.
It
and
would
common.
be Draconic.
Ooh.
It would be Draconic, because you know what? Everybody takes Draconic and nobody ever gets to speak it.
Strum also speaks Draconic, so he would also.
Guildmaster's a dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Is it boys for life?
Draconic, a spoken language at a level lower than 17. I love it.
Yeah.
So, in this sharp, ionized sort of electronic pitch, it comes through heavily distorted and sort of inspirational strum that you could make sound out of tearing ions out of the air and make that into a speech. And it says to you, "So, my little pawns, you've come to play."
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, what is it that you are? All that is not good. This one is for you, Cyrus. I know you can do this. This is all of you. Will you show him exactly what you do with that? I don't.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot today. Maybe we can take a rain check, and I'll show him, some other time when I've had some rest or something. And yeah, I don't think Cyrus doesn't understand this, or was that in common?
That was. I think that was just a joke.
Oh,
No. That was Emiche. That was Emiche.
Oh no, that was. I meant the part before. I meant the part before about. Yeah, I just. Okay. So what do you mean? I see a thing. I don't really speak the language. Never really picked it up on the street, so not super sure what's actually happening here.
What game do you want us to play, sir?
And I say in Draconic. Back to it.
Yeah.
What did you say?
What game are we actually playing, sir?
If I were to lie to you and tell you that it is any other game than mine, would you believe me?
So is that like chess, or is it more like checkers?
Look, you're playing with the lives of everybody who lives above you. And frankly, I'm quite certain, as I'm looking up at this huge thing, I say, frankly, I'm not sure if the odds are stacked in your favor. You're just, when everything goes belly up, you're going to be right in the middle of it. He's just a little terrified on the inside.
I was just like, you want to roll a deception or an intimidation or a bluff? I'm not sure exactly where you're going with this.
Strum isn't terrified at all. He's just curious.
Why don't we just take a moment, take a step down, and stop trying to blow up the entire district?
Why would I blow up the district? That is such a waste of valuable energies that I could harvest for my own purposes. You, for instance, you carry within you much energy. If I were to reach out, I could just take it. Have you brought me more energy? Is that why you are here? You wish to pay tribute to a god in the making.
Malachar, what's going on?
You are, sir.
I can't understand
scary,
what's...
angry. Do we still have Big Scary Angel with us? Because I want some backup.
I'm like flexing.
This thing, switching to comment, this thing is trying to be a god and is also threatening to eat all of us, and it's also siphoning all the energy out of the current power grid. We got a lot of problems.
So,
oh boy.
Now, is he going to stop? Have you asked him to stop? I mean,
He did not seem particularly interested.
He seems
Okay.
like a bit of an asshole.
well, maybe if the angel guy, maybe if you ask him, because you're, scarier than us, and, well, maybe more intimidating. I don't know. I don't know what language you're speaking right now. It's a little weird. Is he we saved you. Maybe you can do a little bit in return here. You transported us. This is what I said about just going home. Does no one listen? We're just jumping through portals to other dimensions.
Cyrus, if you wish to leave, there will be no resentment from me personally, but I would ask that if your cowardice is going to show itself, that you at least think of the people you could have saved.
Cowardice.
Malachar,
Now, who said that? Who said that?
Sorry, my voices are a little similar and unpracticed right here. That was the fallen angel. Thing.
Cowardice. We saved you, by the way. I don't know if you just forgot what happened. I don't know, not 10 minutes ago. We went through the whole thing to save you. And now you lead us here, and you're not even putting a helping hand in here to try and dissolve the situation peacefully. Or, I don't know, use your angelic might to just smite this son of a bitch.
Cyrus,
I minor illusion some tea and
saved me. Geneva showed me that you were worth saving. I, however, was on a mission to save those poor, tortured souls chained in the ether. You pulled
your
me back
horse
from the
is
brink
so high. I can barely see you up there on top of your highest high horse. Yeah, some of us are mortal, by the way. I might want to point that out.
You two are
Remember?
Strum is pointing at the giant, electric god thing.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Could you save it for a different time? Perhaps
I don't know. I don't understand what it's saying. I mean, you seem to not be able to dissolve the situation here. Malachar, are we fighting this thing? Because I'd like to prepare myself to die if that's the case.
Malachar, what is it that he says? I do not speak that baser language.
Okay, that's first of all rude. Secondly, he's talking about how he's like a god and playing games and maybe wants to eat our energy. So I don't think he is of the friendly persuasion.
Okay, well, he's only got about 12 of my energy left to get rid of here, so I'm not really the best meal for him. But maybe one of you others could, go and offer yourself up and satiate the beast or something.
Oh, we could kill it.
I mean, is it like powering the entire thing that we're... I don't know what this thing is.
It's
Yeah, me either.
Neither.
It's stealing the energy of this zone.
Is that a good thing though? With like the power surges and everything going on?
All right, Malakar, what's the
It's
call? Are we
fixable.
killing this thing?
Catherine
Use your
was
brain.
trying to
I'm
ask Ringo if they know. Never mind.
Go ahead. Go.
Okay. So, as you're all sort of bickering and plotting and trying to figure out, I'm sorry, what was that you were about to do? You were just about to do
Who?
something.
Who was?
Who?
I thought you just came up with a plan. I'm sorry, I was reading
Oh,
something.
I think Katrun said that they're going to ask Ringo if they know what this thing is.
Oh, Ringo! I'm sorry, I did not hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to say it, but everybody kept talking. So, yeah. So,
Gotta love that delay.
Catherine.
Exactly.
Katrun, yes. What is it that you ask?
Oh,
What is
well, you
it
know
that
what this thing is. Shit. I can't hear anything you just said.
What is it that you ask? What is it that you require?
Oh, well, I just wanted to know if you know what this thing is. We're in this electric room and everything seems to be siphoning into this ball that just started collecting metal pieces and electricity. And I was wondering if you ever heard of anything like that before.
Sounds like you have summoned a flux charger.
Oh boy, a flux charger. Well, that sounds interesting. Do you know how to get rid of it?
Malakar, as you hear Katrun start talking about a flux charger, all of these stories that you thought weren't anything but idle talk about somebody's failed attempt at creating a better, more stable and reliable Nisium device had all been for naught. There had been terrible, terrible sacrifices made, and yet nobody could really create a larger Nisium device. And as you look around, you start recognizing the metal in the room as mostly being made of Nisium, and the Nisium is melting like mercury and pulling almost like armor from the walls and streaming towards this thing in tiny globules and forming around. His right arm is nearly completed and looks somewhat cannon-like in its creation.
Correct.
And all of these stories begin clicking into your mind. And Katrun, you hear a flux charger is a creature of fire and steam, is a creature of pure energy. You cannot destroy energy. Your ultimate demise will be to my utter relief.
God, Ringo's a
Oh
dick.
well.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
is it?
you're just not the nicest person, are you? Hey, Ringo, just so you know, if the energy destroys us, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get destroyed too. So, you know, it might even be better if you just move on to Celestia by now. So that way you can, you know, get a little peace and quiet. Hey, that's a great way to get rid of me too.
Roll a persuasion attempt.
I believe in you.
I'm not that great at persuasion.
That's why this
Let's
is
see
so
how it
amazing.
goes. Hey, 13?
Ah,
Yes, perhaps I will take your advice and move on to the after. But then perhaps I shall listen to your final cries. That sounds much more entertaining.
Oh, well, it could be for a long time before you find that final cry. But that's fine. I go ahead and cast Bark Skin on myself.
Good call.
Okay. So it sounds like Katrun is of the mind that this is about to get ugly.
Firm zone. Attack.
Is that the call, Malakar? Is that what we're doing?
We're loud and in my head too. So then.
All right, fine. Shoot an arrow at it.
Let's get it.
Okay, you will get the jump on initiative, Cyrus, for taking the first hostile action. Please roll your attack.
Oh, the attack? All right, cool.
Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Sure. Let's see what I roll today. There you go. That's a 14. Man, it's a nice little 14.
Hey, you got double digits.
It's first of the night. Yeah, feels good.
Your arrow launches. I mean, you just quick draw this bow off of your back and pull an arrow out from the other shoulder at the same time in one fluid motion, and you just let fly. And it's true. It swings like right around a bolt of electricity on the way, as if it's going to find the heart of this beast. And suddenly, out of the wall behind you, another bolt of electricity just arcs straight right into the chest. And almost as if by happenstance, your arrow pops and evaporates, the metal pooling on the ground in a molten puddle. And the flux charger begins expanding exponentially. And you see where his left foot begins touching the top of the arc light reactor that is in the center of the chamber. Then it begins flaking and peeling this black paint off of it, and it's just getting hotter and hotter where his feet are touching. And this cannon made of mysium on his right arm just begins glowing from within as he points it off towards your angelic companion. And that is where we will roll for initiative. Lindy, if you could please take us through the battle mat. I will move everybody.
Initiative, please be good. Ooh, not too.
Come on, Matsulasnia. Hey!
7.
There he goes.
All right. I'm going to take this transition to run real quick. Be right back.
Position yourselves throughout the room.
I'm assuming it's the room with the big old generator thingy majiggy.
That would be the one.
Okie dokie. Strum is not going to get very foreign.
Well, I'm saying that this sort of narratively how we get into the room.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I would have been...
wander the room in a non-hostile space.
That's true. I would have been next to Malakar, so wherever Malakar is.
I'm just dropping everybody in there so that Lenny knows where to put the camera.
Fair enough.
Clink, clink, bitches.
Right?
Woo! It's getting hot in here. Is it just me?
This is not good.
Bigger.
This is nicht very good, mein Freunde.
It's delightful. I mean, it's a flux charger. We haven't seen one of these guys before. This is brand new content from Ravnica.
We gonna fucking die.
I've never talked to these before. I mean, I have no idea what it's about to do for players.
Where's our brand new ally? Where's our brand new ally that we could have?
I got
Yeah,
to
please give us ally. Oh.
Where's that guy? That's my question.
I'm a fan of having that guy personally.
Oh. Very badass looking.
Wait, is like the space right in front of, like over here where I've moved me, is that like pipes and stuff that we would need to crawl on top of? I'm just curious. The space like in front of Malachar and Cyrus.
Well, I hope it's traversable. Otherwise, I'm just going to be shooting arrows for the rest of my life, and that is less than effective for me.
I mean,
so
well, you're probably fine with the climb speed.
Yeah,
true.
The arc-light reactor is up on sort of a stage. You see there are stairs in the north and south portions of the room, and there is in the back part of the room another further elevated platform. It seems to go up in tiers away from you, from where you're standing currently. If you look, Cyrus, right in front of you, that is about 3 feet tall. So it's about waist height, and then you have the arc-light reactor platform, and then you have a 5 foot, 6 foot tall platform up and around the back to 2 other pressure vessels. Let me get this guy out there. What to do? Yep. All right. Move. Do it. There we go. Ha. There we go.
I am not confident at all, by the way. Just thought I should let everyone know.
No, we're fine.
Yes. No.
Good. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know.
No.
Can you
repeat the question?
Oh God, that show.
Good times, man.
Those
Good
were the
times.
days. Malcolm in the Middle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not the
grew up
best
on
of
that
me
stuff.
now. You're not the best of me now.
Oh no, the flux charger disappeared.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's
Oh,
too bad.
bummer.
It's probably
I
just
guess we
invisible
just
and we're
can't
just
fight it.
screwed.
Well, Malachar,
that
I guess
could
we
have
just
been
need to
finally
stroll on out. Oh, he's smaller now. What? How did he?
Get shot by a cannon.
Oh, nope. Never mind.
That's fine.
It's that fucking big.
Yeah, well,
He's a big boy.
there's only like 3 of you. It's fine.
Yeah, there's a
Scrubber's
name
gonna
tag now,
match
though.
him.
It's
Totally fine.
Okay. Who's ready?
Sure,
Who
why
put
not?
me next to
Sure.
Emma Shea?
Oh.
I ain't be with Emma Shea. I'm over here with Suniva.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Whew. All right, guys.
Let's do TPK. I said, let's do a TPK.
I better get a raise from the stupid job. Croft wants to see the sun again.
That would be nice. I mean, we have Suniva though. Like that's close enough, right?
Aww.
Aw, true.
She's the only reason why we all haven't killed each other down here.
Sneaver is the light in
I know,
all of our lives at this point.
That and Katroon's mushrooms. Don't forget Katroon's mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can make tea,
Please.
Oh, Cashew makes
but
the
everybody's
best
just gonna
tea.
spill it everywhere.
So if we survive this, we're gonna need to.
No.
Ah,
Shit.
that's excellent.
Oh, that felt good.
You're welcome.
And that's the
Nice!
We love a good thwarp.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
dummy hot in here. I
Okay.
feel the air conditioning's on.
In the fantasy ground. Okay, so we are at the top of the initiative. I will say, Cyrus, your arrow should have done damage, except that it was of a non-magical source, correct?
Of course.
Okay. I wanted to make sure
I think
that that wasn't a magical bow or anything of that nature.
I
Right,
do
is
not
he
have one,
immunity
no.
to non-magical damage? Oh, shit.
Apparently. Yep.
Yikes. This is fine.
Okay. It is fine. You guys have survived so far, right? I mean,
Barely.
maybe
That's one way of putting it.
the last episode of the season, we'll worry about, doing a TPK, right? No. Season 2. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, Sunima, you do appear to be the most inspired to action as this arrow is let fly. What is it that you want to do?
Well, I guess for now I'm just going to try and shoot a sunbolt because it is in range and that would hopefully be the most effective thing. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. I'm going to see how it responds to that. There's my thing. Okay. What did I get? 22 to hit with a sunbolt?
Yes, that will hit.
Ha! Ha! 6 radiant damage, which was probably like nothing against an angel, but whatever.
Wait, you shot the angel?
Isn't that what we're shooting at?
No,
No, no,
the
you're
big
shooting
thing in the middle.
Wait, what? I'm just shooting at the
Sunima, the
whatever-
angel,
the evil thing.
the angel's
thing.
the flux charger,
Yeah,
Flux
flux
charger.
charger.
Electro Boy.
big lightning thing up there.
Zappy's a goo.
Yeah, I'm doing that then.
Yes, that will definitely hit. You said how much damage?
Just 6 radiant. Sorry, I was looking further down in the combat tracker, not at the map. So my brain just crossed wires.
All right. Oh, also, yes. Okay.
That's not good. How much do I take?
No, you don't. We're not in the white zone anymore. We're in the black zone. The damage, it does fly out. Your radiant bolt does go flying off towards him, but it feels feathery and sputtering. The room just begins to tear apart the light and shred it off. But it does reach the opponent. It does reach the flux charger and deals somewhat lessened damage.
Oof.
That's rough.
Okay. All right. Next will be Emiche. Cedric, you said some very cruel things to me today, but I'm sure you're about to make it up and save my life. Nothing will hurt you very, very badly.
I meant every word.
How do you make everyone look intently at your eyes like that? I want to learn that trick.
You just get real up on the mic and you make sure the camera's right up there.
What's a mic?
What's a camera?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. The unseen camera pans over, and we get that shot. Right.
Is that a cantrip?
Malachar, we're making a movie. Shut up.
Yeah. Unseen servant moves this weird thing over here, and
right up in Cyrus's face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emma Shea just sort of sticks her lip out and makes a harumph pout. You go ahead. You'll see what I do for you then. You're not a very nice man sometimes, Cyrus.
No, never proclaimed to be.
I will forgive you in time.
I do not understand that. That is some weird masochistic nonsense.
Well,
We're getting to know each other so well.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does she do?
She's going to hold her action and wait on yours.
Oh, I guess I'm probably next on the list there.
Yes, you are. It is currently here. Let me just sort of put the.
What is happening?
What is happening in the chat?
I'm hitting the round button instead of the turn button. My bad.
It is so round 23. So two and a half minutes go by as we stare at each other emphatically.
We got to get the shot right, dude. We got to get the shot right. All right. If we don't pan over correctly and you don't get the zoom in right, you got to do it again. I am a perfectionist.
Cyrus is the director of this movie.
Absolutely. That's why it's to throw everyone off the case. He's just terrible, right? He's just terrible in the movie, but absolutely directing. I think Cyrus will move into this spot and attempt to hide as a bonus action.
You could actually potentially hide in underneath.
I don't want to. I just want to use it as cover and just be hidden. I don't want to clamber down underneath it.
Okay.
Unless it's not tall enough. I can't. Obviously, it's a 2D space. I have no idea what the size of this thing is.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, it's a massive cylindrical pressure vessel. There are 4 of them that go into the center. There are these, 4 foot across steam pipes that go into the center, and the whole thing is painted black with yellow banding hazard warnings around it. The lights are flickering orange and red, as all indicators be that this thing is not in a good functioning order.
Okay. Can I still hide against it and not under it?
Certainly.
Okay. So stealth. Wow, that's a hot 3. So 10 total. And then I will hold my actual action until one of my beefier friends decides to be in the way. And then I will do what I want to do.
I'll be good.
The action is attack, by the way, just as a heads up.
Yes, okay. All right. So as you come up there and you sort of duck behind cover, Emma Shea kind of leans down and she puts these manacles down over your shoulder and just kind of taps them. Don't worry, your cowardice will be rewarded later, I'm sure. And she uses her battle inspiration ability on you.
She put something on me?
She put manacles on your shoulder. She uses combat inspiration on you.
Okay. I'll put that on the ground there. Just take this off real quick. trying to be stealthy, and she puts a bunch of clanky ass nonsense on my shoulders. Does she not understand my role in this party other than being a buffoon?
Well, you also take lots of damage.
That's actually
Just talking to him. Just talking to him while he's trying to be stealthy.
just like pointedly looking at me and having a conversation, and Cyrus is just like, "Shut up! I'm trying to hide. Quit putting stuff on me. I'm trying to hide." God. Oh my god. That's it, DM. I'm waiting on the action.
I'm sorry.
I don't know who's
There
next.
was a natural 20.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally pressed a button and it did things.
I thought I had missed a roll, and like Cyrus had rolled a
No.
natural 20 in stealth, and then
Oh,
shit
yeah.
come up with
My apologies. Yeah, I was trying to.
Yeah.
For some reason on my spell it says ranged as opposed to like my actual modifier, and I was trying to fix it and it didn't work, and accidentally rolled a natural 20. You know, casual, like. 'Cause that
No big
happens.
deal.
As you do.
My apologies.
All right, Cyrus, you have a held action to attack when there is something else in melee that will potentially give you advantage.
Yup.
You cannot, however, hold your movement when doing so.
No, I'm fine where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Next will be Krav.
Oh yeah. Mama's gonna rage. And did we decide what the frenzy was? So I have to frenzy now, so I keep in the frenzy, is that correct? Yeah, you can choose to go frenzy if you do so for the duration of your rage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want this to be a frenzied rage. So
Yes.
Woo!
That seems wise.
yes. I'm gonna go out like a dying star. Is there anything else I can do? Because I feel like that's my whole action. I can move, but
No, your action is attack, right? You can move and go attack
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
okay.
rage
I
is
just
a
wasn't
bonus.
sure. Okay, well, I wasn't sure because I remember last time we were talking about frenzy being like an extra thing that I couldn't do unless I had a bonus action.
Your bonus action is to do that. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
dab on
You
the haters.
rage and decide to frenzy at the same time as one bonus action.
Cute. I love that. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze past Saniva and get up, just nice and sweet and close. Oh
Nice.
shit! I'm so scared. Okay.
Clang onto the pipes heavily as you leap up and bound off. You swing that massive hammer straight into this ball of lightning, and it clangs straight into a chunk of metal and sends it sailing off into the wall, where it splatters into a bunch of pieces. Roll your damage. That is definitely a strong hit. And you
then-
also get-
Yeah.
Is that considered?
I don't think that adds my.
No, so does the vicious do 19 and 20 for crits, or was it just adding the die on 20?
20.
Just the 20? Okay.
just on 20?
Yeah, thank you, Malachar.
Also, I think it's a magical weapon, right?
It is
Yes.
magic.
It is the
Good to know.
dead blow hammer.
Ignore the
And
vicious Moltex. That's
20.
like old news.
Damn. See,
All
this,
right,
is why we,
so
this is why we got crowd.
is that including your rage damage?
No, you have to
Do
add
not.
2 to what I just. So it's 14 with that first roll.
14 points of damage as your dead blow hammer just seems to tear away pieces of its armor. That would be 14. All right. Very well struck as you attempt to hold your position, balancing on top of the pipes. Which was that reckless or No, it was not. It was
No.
frenzied.
It's frenzied.
All right, Strum.
Oh, hello there. It's my turn. I'm going to run and hide behind Saniva. To begin with. I think that's a good idea. And then I'm going to take a big old on my electric lute, and I'm going to do a produce flame and just toss it at this flaming thing.
Okay.
This should be a 6
That's a high
technically.
tune.
Oh, so that should be 21 to hit, not a 17.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Definitely gonna hit.
Nice. That is 4 points of fire damage.
You spew flames out of the end of your lute, and they just sort of bounce between the arc of lightning bolts and change the hue of the electricity from blue into an angry, seething red. And it just ignites little pieces, and driplets of molten mysium begin falling to the floor.
Okay. And then as my bonus action, I will say to Saniva, Saniva, go kick his arse! And there we go. You got an inspiration, in case you need it.
Ah!
Cyrus, you have a full action. Krav is in melee.
Yep. So I throw my dagger of warning. I'm assuming I'm not hidden, but they are in melee range, right?
You hid with a 10. Nothing is telling you you're not hidden. You won't feel that you've ever hidden any better than this.
Mechanically, I don't get advantage because I'm not hidden. Is that correct, DM?
The DM checks his notes.
Mechanically hidden.
Excuse me?
You are mechanically hidden. This passive perception is a 10.
Okay, so he meets the DC then, so I'm not hidden, right? I don't want to fight this, but I'm just saying it is a 10.
Meets it, beats it. You have beaten his passive perception.
Okay.
You're the one rolling.
Sure.
He rolls the same way I do.
All right. So I'm gonna throw this my one magical weapon. I'm gonna throw it at this thing, and it's hopefully hits or goes clattering off elsewhere, and I have to go retrieve it. At advantage because of the hide, I guess. So there we go. 19 total.
Yes, 19 will hit.
Okay. So regular damage there, and then the sneak attack damage for 15 total points. Piercing and magic.
So your dagger goes flying in the no spin technique that you have recently been practicing, and the dagger actually just sort of arcs slowly like this, tip pointing closer and closer towards, passes through the center of the chest, energy arcing off the back of it as it passes through. And the energy actually that is arcing out the back of it seems to ground out against the wall behind it. And you see him visibly dim as you hear your dagger clatter in the pipes in the back of the room.
Ooh.
So, DM, can you mark for me where that is in relation to Cyrus?
He's gonna want that back.
I'm gonna have to spend a turn going to go get it. So,
Yeah.
In black, in a little circle in the back of the room. I just drew it. It's a little bit left of where the camera is on stream, though.
circle in the back of the room. I don't know if I. Oh, okay, I see it now.
Oh, there
Yep.
it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see it.
Cool.
I think it took a moment for it to appear.
Yep. Good. Sounds good.
All right. Next will be the flex charger.
Oh, no.
This is fine.
who is going to reach down with one arm and reach it. No. I have to see that. He's going to reach forward with his arm directly towards Krav, and as its arm sort of begins to almost touch Krav, lightning arcs out towards first Krav, then Suniva. I need dexterity saving throws. Wait, hold on. It's an attack. Yep. So I'm just going to roll it straight. And the second one, as he launches one from each hand, straight through Krav's space and into Suniva's space and into Strum's space. Along that line. The attacks are at 11 and 25.
Well, yeah, 25 hits.
I mean, yeah, the 11 misses, but the 25 hits.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not sure exactly how this is supposed to work here because it's got an attack roll plus it's got the dexterity save, both on the same thing.
Oh, I mean, usually it's...
So is it attack
it.
on the first one? Is it attack on the first one, then save on the second person?
Oh, is it meant to like bounce between people kind of thing?
Attack plus 70 hit, range 30 feet, one target. So it's actually just one target. It doesn't actually affect like a line. So it's going to be just Krav. Hit is lightning damage, and lightning jumps from the target to one creature of the Flux Charger's choice that it can see within 30 feet of the target. That second creature must succeed on a dexterity 15 saving throw or take 3d8 lightning damage. Hit or miss. Yes. Okay. So
I guess you never miss, huh?
it will be
Hit or miss.
Got
Yeah, right. Hear a meme.
I'll read it. Hit or miss. The Flux Charger takes 5 force damage after resolving the attack.
Ooh, I like that part.
He's expending of his life, whether he deals damage to you or not. So the arc damage for the first one is going to be a miss, and the second one will be a hit. Let's see. Yep, on a hit. So the second one will hit, and the second bolt will jump to Suniva. So the first one just kind of passes right past all of you, and the one will deal.
Oof. Oof.
Whoa!
Of, and I need a save for half from Suniva.
Holy.
Okay.
It doesn't.
That was a dex save?
Yes.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think so either.
I'm out, baby.
You're raging. It's halved.
Oh, it's
No,
lightning
not for
damage.
lightning.
It's lightning
Lightning
damage.
Yeah.
Not with lightning damage?
No,
it's
Only the bear.
piercing-
Only the
Okay.
bear totem barbarian gets other damage types.
Oh, it's
Good
only.
night.
He's a berserker.
I'm trying to
Ouch.
remember how much Suniva had. I think you had
I
12
had
total.
16.
Left? Oh, you 16.
So
16
from
will
what you
be
read us,
Oh, it's your roll.
yeah. So from what you read us before, it's a new 3d8 against the second target, right?
Second creature
Please.
must succeed on. It is the 3d8, yeah. A second roll.
Okay.
So who was the second target?
Suniva. 9 points of damage to Suniva.
She failed.
I made
or
the
no, she
save.
succeeded? Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Right, the
man.
DC was 15.
Mhm.
Whew. Not looking good though.
It was very nice knowing everybody.
You're not like
You know,
are you?
we'll barbecue.
Oh no, I'm down. My wounds were at 22. I was at 22. Now I'm outie.
Oh, you're actually down.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
down.
Krav is down.
No!
Wait, wounds count up.
Count
Yeah,
up.
wounds count up. So
So you're at
22 is 23 is 45.
So
You
I'm
have
at
3 hit.
23. So I'm at 3.
Yes. Well, no, it counts up. You're at 45.
45.
Yes.
Yeah, 45 damage, 3 hit points.
Instead of subtracting hit points from your total, your wounds is a way of adding positive values to one another. And when it equals your hit point total, then you are down, rather than
Okay.
subtracting 0.
Okay.
Okay. Next is going to be Katrun. We can't hear you.
I think you
We
Are
can't
you
hear you. Are you muted?
Sorry, I was muted. So it looks like Suneva's radiant damage didn't seem to do as much as it usually does here. So Katrin's going to go the opposite way, and she's going to cast Chill Touch on the Flux Charger.
get that necrotic in.
Yeah. And I'm actually going to, hold on, let me just double check this. I'm going to use my natural 20 to do that. Because I still
Okay.
have one.
Yes.
And damage is going to be 2d8 necrotic. Oh. 1, 2.
It's good
Oh,
numbers.
almost max damage. So 14 necrotic damage.
14
Yeah. And until the end of my next turn, he can't regain hit points.
Very nice. Very nice.
And then, oh boy, who to prioritize? Everybody looks so bad. And then I'm gonna bonus action cast healing word on Krav. And that's gonna go at level 2.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice.
And how do you cast it at a higher level? Because I haven't actually done it at a higher level, and only there.
I believe it just gets extra dice.
What was that?
It just gets extra dice.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to select it in Fantasy Grounds to cast it at a higher level because I haven't done that before.
Just roll it up. Like, grab a dice. That's how I would do it. Just for the sake of it.
Right?
Just grab one of the dice and just roll it with it, and we can always just play by ear for the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works.
There we go. 5 plus your wounds.
Yeah, plus 4.
Plus 4. Damn, that's
So-
pretty good.
You got 9 hit points, Scruff.
Thanks, BB. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna stay there. I'm not moving.
Yes. Okay. All right. And next will be your angel companion. Your angelic companion is going to begin throwing his shoulders back. He's going to begin by throwing his shoulders back. And blazing into his hand comes this flaming sword, just flames like straight out of his wrist. And it actually solidifies from the flame into this solid, glowing forged iron transformed sword that lets off little bursts of blue and purple flame. And he goes charging in one leap, faster than you think is possible for someone of his build, lunges in and makes 2 quick slashes against the flux charger.
Nice.
The first was 24, the second being a 21. So a total, both of them hit, will be
Jeez.
Okay. Wow.
the first one being 32 points of damage.
Jesus. Why are we even involved?
We are fighting a
Wait,
god.
that was the first
my-
one?
Yeah, the
Dealing
second
a lot
one
of
being
radiant.
6 points of radiance damage.
Oh, so it's still half though.
Yeah, but if the longsword's magical, oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a lot still, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's still pretty.
More
awesome.
than I'm doing.
Yeah. That's a little better than my 14 damage, which was actually a lot.
I did like 2. I did like 2 or 3 damage.
Inspiration is a free action, if I recall correctly.
Wait, that's a free action?
Oh god.
I don't think it's a free action. It's a bonus action. I gotta look at that real quick.
Yeah, that seems. What
should
have you
be.
given us?
A bonus action.
Aren't you glad we're not fighting that guy?
Right. Yeah,
Do that.
what are you talking about? You guys did fight this guy. He had black wings at the time.
Well, I'm just glad we're
Oh
not
my
fighting
God.
him now, though.
Aren't you glad I saved him from that box or whatever? I don't even know what happened still.
He casts Battlefield Inspiration, and he chooses Krav, he chooses Cyrus, and he chooses Seneva. Wait, let me look one thing. No, Malakar. Excuse me, Malakar has not acted yet. Each of you can add a D4 to its attack to your attack rolls and saving throws until the angel's next turn.
Damn.
Malakar. Oh, actually, let me look at one thing. I gotta add the damage there. That's what I thought. So, as the massive sword strokes leave these blinding, streaks in your vision as they flit through this massive energy, weird. It evaporates into the room. The energy just dissipates and begins arcing throughout the walls and bouncing from one area to another. And you can't see him. He's not there. Or maybe the angel has killed him.
Okay.
Next will be Malakar.
Well, I had a plan for my turn.
Yeah.
He's probably
Angel.
in the same spot.
Angel friend, is it dead?
I do not know. I suspect. So I do not feel his anger anymore.
All right. Well, Short, and I kind of kick Short forward. Go get the knife. Go get the knife. Take it to the handsome cowboy man.
Actually, I mean,
He's going to.
Free
He's
across
going to
the
dash
floor.
and get to it.
oh, okay. I mean, thank you. I think.
And he picks up the knife.
Malak, are you sure he's going to bring that back to me? He's not super reliable, but thank you.
He is magically bound to listen to me by the letter. He might bring it back to you by throwing it. Be ready to catch.
Okay, great, perfect. That's fine. I'm really bad at catch. I'm better at throw, but okay.
Yeah, me too. And now Malachar is his stuff. Malachar is going to. You said earlier that the conductor rods and stuff were flipped. There's still a bunch of energy flowing into this thing, right?
Yes.
Can I go to where those are and start trying to flip them the other way, so that this thing doesn't regenerate? At least that's my current working theory.
Yes. Yes, you could start doing that.
Where is that?
So, studded in the walls throughout the room, there are these nodes that you have recognized from other areas. There are the black, white, green, blue, red up the wall. And you see that there are conduits coming in from the 4 cardinal directions, and that there are 5 from each direction.
All right, I'm gonna go to the nearest one, probably the one from the east, and start doing the flip trick. And this is probably gonna hurt, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
So, no grounding rods. Awesome.
I gotta do it, right? I got
Okay.
a ward.
You're going to get an award. Like a Medal of Valor posthumously.
That's never a
Okay,
good sign.
so you begin climbing up the wall, and you're going to remove the conduit, correct?
I'm going to try to flip it, hopefully tanking the lightning zap that comes along with it.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So
trying
you're
it real
not, going
fast.
to, you're not going to attempt to dodge. You're just going to take one on the chin. So you reach up there and you release the safety and you pull this thing out like a fluorescent light bulb, and you turn it around as it's like arcing into you, and your sort of muscles are locking up and fighting you as you get it lined up, and you click it back in from the other direction, and you will take 2d6 points of fire damage, which will be 5 points of damage as
right.
you are sustained during this.
My ward takes that, so I'm not hurting yet, but soon, very soon.
Okay.
As you click it and it snaps into place, it begins glowing red hot. Like red hot.
This may not have been the appropriate choice, but I think I'm probably out of action economy.
You've got a non-combat lull here, so that will give you a moment. Okay. Next will be Saniva.
Well, it does not seem like there's anything to do just right this moment. I am just going to sort of move. No, I'm going to stay where I am, trying to help sort of block Strum as best I can, and for now I'm just going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Good move.
Yeah, I'll go, Strum, try to stay behind me, and I will do what I can to block any more of that lightning. I say with my 7 hit points.
Thank you, Saniva. I appreciate it.
I could use the hand if you want.
Okay. So Evishay is going to use Healing Word on Krav. Oh my darling, that is most quite unexpected. Are you watching, Cyrus? I am wasting all of your precious healing. This could have been you.
Touches me. If that bitch touches me,
she doesn't hurt you though.
Oh, that was a noise.
That is something.
what was the
That a
noise?
A couple of bits. A couple of bits.
Just some bits.
Thank you for the bits, JJ. Not sure.
Just a sprinkle of bits.
Just a little bit.
Just a sprinkle.
Just a little
She comes up and she begins just sort of like petting your hind quarter. And
Nope, don't like that. Don't like that. Nope,
Petting the Krav butt.
don't like that.
You have to
Krav's
have
gonna kick
consent to touch the crab, but
Yeah, Krov's gonna kick a hoof out. Warning, a big warning hoof out.
I swear, I'm just trying to help. She does get 6 points of healing off on you, though.
Thank you.
Nobody likes me. Maybe I should go somewhere else where they do like me.
You know, if you wanted to grab a couple of those rods and bring them over here, I wouldn't be, remiss. I like it. Okay.
Wouldn't be opposed.
I just stay close to
saying.
Cyrus. He likes me just fine.
60-40.
60,
I don't
40.
really think you take a hint there, Emiche. I hate to say it, but
you gotta read the room.
Speaking in the room, where'd our big electric boy go? I'm reading this room and he ain't around.
You're seeing that there is quite a lot of electrical activity around the room, though it does not appear sentient at the moment. And Malakar is deciding to create some sort of feedback loop in this arc light reactor. And, well, from what you've gathered so far, a feedback in an arc light reactor is when they go boom.
Malakar, you need help with that?
I'm trying to correct the direction of the flow. It's causing a temporary feedback before we finish switching them. If you can switch them all fast enough, it should be okay. Or we'll just blow up and down. It'll be a TPK, and I'll blame the DM. It'll be fine.
What?
I don't know
I have
any of those words. But
Sorry, some
point,
dark extraplanar being just touched my brain halfway through that sentence.
point and I shall move. Just direct me. And I'll run up and do a thing.
Do you
Whatever you
if you could actually look for some of those nullifying rods. I haven't spotted any yet, but they would vastly help the situation.
This room is rather large. I have one action, and I can't make it all the way around the room. DM, I'd like to look around for some nullifying rods, if that's a thing.
How many investigation? You have seen these things and used them before, so you would recognize them relatively.
But there's an 8-foot thing in front of me, and we haven't really been around the room, and I don't know. I don't have movement to go all the way around. That's a 2, so I don't see Jack.
That is unfortunate.
Well, you see there are some empty crates where they should have been.
Okay.
They're around somewhere, but maybe they've been
Cool. All right. That's my turn.
Wait, actually, Joel.
Oh, never mind, he's gone. They just left.
He's an inquisitive rogue. He can do it as a bonus action. That's one of their main features.
He burned
Oh my
it.
God.
He burned it. It's gone.
Oh well.
He's holding his action until he comes back. Krav.
Well, shit, she sure as hell don't know what to do. She's not that smart. I don't think she ever did see. I'm turning into Cyrus there for a quick second. Woo.
I never did a university.
I never
I
did
don't-
see no fine rocks. I'm not left smaller than I lived in the forest. So I think what I'm going to do is take a little stroll, and I'm gonna go check on my friend Suniva and just give her a look over, make sure she's good, and then while I'm doing that, while I'm walking towards her, could I just do a quick room scan for anything that might jump out to her sweet little brain?
Yeah.
Go.
Roll me a perception.
We love perception.
Do it. You can do it.
That is good enough. Barely. Meets it, beats it. Because you're actively looking, you do see something out in the hallway. Not really see, as much as you see movement out of the corner of your eye turning around. And it looks slightly familiar. Slightly like the head you've been carrying around.
Wait.
Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fuck.
But why?
Are you?
But why?
Wait, what? Oh no.
Another one? All right.
Oh.
You know what?
You're amazing.
You know what? You know what? Here it is. Krav is the only death priest now. And she's gonna just... she's gonna run at this thing. She don't give a fuck. She's like, you know what? In her head.
Your charge.
She's what?
You have space to get your charge ability.
Well, boy howdy. Am I still raging? I can still be raging,
You
right?
are still moving. Yes.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yeah, Mama's gonna charge.
Go,
Get
mama,
him.
go.
Get him.
Get there.
Okay, okay, yeah. Charge. Right past Suniva. Follow that. Okay. Melee weapon, you know what I'm gonna hit him with. You already know.
The dead blow hammer for the death
Probably.
priest. Use.
Go
Anyways.
reckless. Go reckless.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Reckless. Advantage on. Okay, here we go. Reckless, baby. Okay, please cooperate with me. There we go. Okay, reckless. Kerchew. Anyways, yeah, she does that.
You go charging out of the room, screaming, and nobody really knows what you're doing or where you're going because you don't call out anything. You just get a hint of something. You smell something, and you just rip out your battle axe or your battle hammer and go raging out of the room and just slam it into the wall on the far side of the room as everybody sort of looks at you and sees this crawled death priest just skitter back right out of the way of your wall. And steam goes black in its face from the impact where you had just struck the wall. And Cyrus.
Okay. Wait.
You have 4 attacks.
I get hooves.
Hooves.
Because I used my charge. I get
You're
hooves.
frenzying. You just get a whole nother attack.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, here
I
we
know.
go.
You get your choice basically between hooves and an extra attack, and the extra attack with your dead blow hammer is far better than your hooves.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that extra attack then, yeah?
Yep.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh,
No.
shoulder him back shoulder it back further into the tunnel and slam with the spiked heel of this hammer right into his torso. It just sort of slides to the side and like rebuts you, and it's slick and it's a bit more dexterous than the last one that as you recall.
I really want us to be successful, so I'm going to say it. She still has advantage because she's reckless from the first.
Oh.
Oh, where would I be without you?
So
I
can
totally did
can
not
she get
catch that
again?
Yep, roll it again.
Get him.
Come on.
This doesn't matter. I'm just weak.
Not good
He has
enough.
like an
15?
AC of like 20. No, remember this guy? He has an AC of
Remember?
like 19 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, the
it's
crawl
ridiculous.
have really good AC.
Ah, shit.
We got
Shite.
Titan
Yep.
Remember 18 AC at level 1? I remember 18 AC at level 1.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
God.
Remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah, good point. Oh boy.
Okay. So, Cyrus, as Malachar, or as Nat had pointed out, it is, as an inquisitive rogue, it is a free action, or it's a bonus action, right?
To
you
search.
investigate? To
Oh, I
search.
don't know. I don't get to use these very often, so I'm not super sure. Eye for detail. Yeah, well, that's perception check or intelligence check for bonus action. Yeah, I do get to do that. Turns out.
So you still got an action, bud.
Yeah.
So, okay, but I don't know where the nullifying rods are, and I have an action. Can I help Malachar? Like I don't see them.
I mean,
I just looked.
You have swapped these things out before, so you are familiar with how to change them.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Am I allowed to go help him without the nullifying rods? I guess that's my question.
You're not sure where they got put. You can't see them from where you currently are in your quick search of the room. But you can't see everywhere in the room. I'll say that. If you want to continue your search more in depth, you could do that, or you could climb up there and try to help him as is.
Okay. Malachar, how important is it that we find these things? Because they're not right here.
Well, I just heard from around the corner there's a Crawl Death Priest. You could also murder that. I'm fine with that plan. It's really close to me. It's kind of scary.
I don't even have my dagger. What's more important, Malachar? Brain, please.
Look, search.
Search? All right.
Search.
I just used my bonus action to search. Can I also use my action to search, or is that a separate deal?
Yeah, it is absolutely something you can do. Your cursory perception of the area revealed that there were some at one point, but you're not able to lay eyes on them in that moment. I mean, when I'm looking for something, I'll search on a shelf and then I'll go look in the other room. I mean, yeah, you can continue searching.
So do I need to move around the room?
I would say, yeah. Pick an area of the room to search, to do a more in-depth search.
Sure. Let's just go to here, because that's, I think, all of my movement. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
You search in the northern half of the room, and as you come up around the corner, you can see in the a little bit better into that northern it's a little offside chute there. So roll me a search for the north room.
Okay. Oh my God! It's in the 20s. There it is.
Nice.
And it's funny,
Making me faint.
There they are. The empty cases were right there. Somebody was in the middle of putting them away in the locker over there. That's clearly labeled nullifying rods, exactly where they're supposed to be. So. Okay.
Found him, but it's going to take me about 6 seconds to get back to you. So you just hold on tight. It's a really far way.
Sounds good.
Perfect. All right. Hopefully our friend doesn't die to that death priest you just mentioned, and our elect friend doesn't just decide to show up again.
I mean, Grob's pretty cool. She's probably got it.
I bet she does. I bet you she's really clobbering him one right now, hitting him left and right and center. He's probably a pulp right now, and I'm sure she's handling it just fine. So you just hold on over there. I'll bring you these rods. Just give me a second.
Oh
boy.
Strum.
Okay, so Strum is going to kind of gently tug on Saniva's oh no, you're American. Pants, as the Americans would say. Just be like, Seneva, are you gonna be all right? And I'm gonna do a 2nd level cure wounds.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Strums. That's a lot
There we go.
better.
13 hit points returned to you.
Oh, I will be okay now, thanks to you, mein Freund.
I've got your back. And then Strum is probably going to go up against this wall here, and he'll do a bonus action hide because he's a goblin, and he can do that.
You can do that. Roll it.
Ooh, not too good. Only an 8.
It's very nice to be in a party with 4 rogues.
His toes are sticking out.
And that will
All
be
right.
Strum's turn.
And Strum hides behind a pipe, and his little belly's sticking out. His toes are sticking out the other side. And
Now, the Flux Charger on its turn, all it needs to do is stay dead, and I'll be happy.
Pretty sure it's not dead though. Like, right? It just like retreated to get more energy and come back bigger and stronger than ever, right? And that's how this works.
Don't curse me. Don't curse me. Don't put that evil on my family.
Well, he at least can't heal anything until the end of my turn. So
True.
you're welcome.
That money right there.
And all right, so the Crawl Death Priest is going to make 2.
Wait, is the Death Priest in the Flux Charger spot?
No,
No, over to the right on the map.
Yeah,
No, he's
well, I meant
talking
in
about on the
initiative.
combat tracker.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that.
Because I was
pulled that
next.
Yep. He's right before the Flux Charger. He's on initiative 17. Can you not see him?
Oh. No, it's not
No,
on
we
there.
can't.
Now it is.
Now we can.
Now we see him.
Sorry. I had to hit the little I button. There we go.
Loop.
All right, so he's going to make an attack action with the quarterstaff against Krav. Wow. You guys love me.
Oh gosh.
With a quarterstaff?
With a quarterstaff, gaping wound.
Well, she takes half.
The target
She takes half.
Yeah.
That's good.
Target takes an ongoing 5 plus half your damage.
That is clearly non-standard stuff, and we're not going to use that.
Okay,
That's
cool.
Pathfinder speak right there.
I am tracking the bleeding.
Roll a
Hashtag
d6
bleed
again, I
damage.
guess.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It will be standard critical damage, though, which is halved. All right, so that will be 3 points of damage.
My beating heart.
No, that's right. 3 points of damage because that's got an extra die on there. And then is going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement on Krav.
On Croft. Oh my god.
No!
Oh, I got a critical fumble.
Wow, a natural 20 and a natural 1. That was amazing. So, yeah, he comes in and smacks you right in the side of the shoulder with this massive staff, very similar to the war staff that I believe Katrun has. Yes, Katrun got the war staff, correct?
Yes.
And then
That sounds right.
comes back in and like blazes this green poisonous energy out of its right hand towards your chest, and it just sort of dissipates into the blackness of the room, and completely ineffective. All right.
Oh boy, this is fun, guys.
So
What did we do to hurt you, Corey?
Who said it was you? I'm just exacting my revenge against other people.
Jesus.
Y'all should feel lucky I'm not DMing. This is bad.
No. Well, see, a lot of this stuff, I mean, creatures they're new to the setting, and a lot of it is there's a lot of homebrew content that's coming in as well. So it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the Ravnica. Okay, so the energy begins arcing throughout the room and trying to coalesce in the center of the chamber. And suddenly, the red glowing energy conduit that Malakar put in backwards explodes in a shower of fiery sparks to the floor.
I'm assuming that hits me in the face.
It does not. You are far enough away.
Because I thought I was right there.
You're
Okay.
over on the posts in the wall, and it's maybe out about 5 feet away from you, and it explodes downward in a shower.
Okay.
All right. Katroon.
Hey, Malakar, do you want me to do that to another one if that will help?
I think I may have misjudged the situation initially, and we probably need the rods to do it at all.
Okay. Can I look around to see if I see any rods around where I am? Or if are they just all there in Cyrus' hand?
You see where Cyrus has pointed them out, up and around in the north room. I will say that you have, because you are not engaging actively in combat, that you have the ability to just charge over there. You'll be able to pick them up and probably get to the back of the base of the wall, but you will not be able to climb up this round.
Okay. Well, then I'll do that. I don't know where that is exactly on the map. Is it just right next to Cyrus, or?
Let me draw a little symbol right up here in the middle of that north room. With a dash action, you should be able to.
Is that where she's ending up?
You'll be able to get up there and grab that, and then get back to where you are standing, Malakar, in a dash action.
I don't see where you drew anything.
It's pretty far
little black
north.
symbol in the middle of the room. It's definitely beyond what would be your normal movement.
I don't see where you
moving
drew.
Malakar to it. It's up there.
Oh. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can. This. My computer does not like Fantasy Grounds. Navigating the map isn't terrible.
It's not.
It is a little bit of a resource hog if your computer's not ready for it.
Yeah, you need a beefy computer to run it, especially if you're also doing like streaming at the same time. It's a bit of a
I don't have a beefy computer. I have an okay computer. I don't have a beefy computer. All right,
Okay,
so I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, you're able to pick up a couple of the rods. What are you going to pick up? I mean, what's your strategy?
I was going to pick them up and continue what Malakar was. I was following Malakar's lead because he said we had to do it quickly before the whole thing blew up. So I'm doing it quickly before the whole thing blows up.
All right, so you grab the first case you can come across, and you make your way back down to where Malakar is standing now. So I will go ahead and move your token for you. And then
Thank you.
the angel is going to look back, and the sword just sort of evaporates and like into these embers go flittering out, and it sort of pulls back into his forearm. He says, "Quickly, we must disarm the situation. It is growing. I can feel it. It is returning. We must And in that moment, an arc of energy pops out from the wall and sort of strikes him in the left shoulder, and he goes blasting across the room to the south. And he begins pulling himself back up, his shoulder in a smoldering ruin.
Cool, man.
You see any rods while you're over there? Help hook me up.
Yeah, I found some over here. So, Angel guy, I know you just got blasted, but hey, so did I on the way in. If you find anything over there, you might as well want to bring it to our little wizard friend over here. We're gonna fix this thing because apparently.
Remember, there's a set of 5 nodes on every cardinal direction wall, so we're gonna need to spread out and to get them all.
Wait. Oh.
There's a lot of them.
Shit. Okay. Malachar, I think it's your turn, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Nifty. Well, I don't have any rods yet, so I'm gonna lean around
Well, you
this
can take
right
off
wall.
my patron because I'm right next to you.
Yeah.
That's a
You can
decent
make
idea.
him up there.
Okay. I'm gonna scramble down slightly. Grab rods. Are they all different colors, or are they just one color?
Opening up the top of the case, you see there are one of each color.
Excellent. I hold it in my hand like a bouquet of flowers and climb back up.
All right. Do you have a climb speed?
No, I should probably make a check.
I wouldn't say normally just because it is kind of an easy climb, but with that much stuff in your arms, I would say, yeah, let's go ahead and make that check.
All right. Can I do acrobatics, or does it need to be athletics?
Either way.
Cool. That's 22.
That will succeed. That is extremely dexterous for a wizard.
I'm a pretty dexterous wizard.
Okay, so you make it back to the top, and you are holding these rods out. The red conduit, though, is smoldering ruin and is arcing out towards the red node on the wall.
Just like I want it to be. So my plan is just to use these 5 little pixie sticks and undo the other ones and just nullify the energy in my hand. And I'm assuming that's my action.
That's about as much as you can get done. Yeah. So you're holding out all 5 wands, and energy is just streaming out of these things. And you get the impression that if one of these things were to go, they're all going to go, and it's going to be a big boom.
And I imagine like his hair all stands up in every direction like it's electrified. And just...
That's Strum, you know. You can't be Strum and Cyrus at the same time, Malachar.
That's actually the character concept. You caught me. I was trying to just be Strum and Cyrus put together.
How dare you?
And he's better at it than both of us. This is crazy.
Copyright infringement. I will sue.
I will sue.
Yep.
Ready, trademark my character.
That's
Swift.
Merchandising.
Suniva.
Oh no, well, I don't know if I should help with the rods or go and try to help Krav. Well, she's by herself, so I'm going to run off and help Krav. And just yell to hurry up with those things. I don't know how much time we have. I'm gonna rush over because that's 35 feet. I've got 40 feet of movement because monks. And I'm gonna 2-handed spear attack the Death Priest.
Yes.
Where's my 2-handed? Not so good. 15. Alright, I've got 1 left. I'm gonna burn my last key point in Flurry of Blows for 2 unarmed attacks.
Heard
Okay.
it.
Come on, let's see if something goes. Hey!
Okay.
So 25 for 1. And a 19!
Nice.
Nice.
Yes!
Contact.
Oof, so
Okay.
that's 6 bludgeoning damage. Yeah!
14 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Pop, pop.
Pop,
yeah,
motherfucker,
Carl
pop,
is
pop.
wondering, inspired by the sickening thud of each of your impacts make on this thing's shell. And Emma Shea will be next.
Oh god. Where's this gonna go?
Can't wait.
Emma Shea is going to walk over to the angel and is going to say, "Oh, darling, that looked like it hurt so much. Cyrus, are you watching me? This could have been for you." And she reaches and digs her claws into the shoulder of this angelic being. And as she attempts to heal him, the light actually pulls out of her and into its being. Like you see that the red of her skin, or the purplish red of her skin, begins to fade to black. And she recoils in sort of an exaggerated, excited, angry glare on her face. "Oh, this is not appropriate. That is not you. You do not take what I do not give." And she goes sort of jumping back a little ways. His shoulder is sort of sunken in with black veins creeping away from it. Cyrus.
Malachar, I have some of these. Oh, Katrin's got them. Well, I guess I'll still pick up my box of assorted things. And oh, hey, little demon guy, you gotta just drop the knife here. Just here, please. Don't throw. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. I got treats for you. Just drop it. Malachar, does he give me a thing? Okay, good. Thank you. All right, I'm going to pick this box up, and I'm going to wander over to Malachar. Hey, Malachar, I think I got the thing. Oh, that's right. Katrina's got it.
Why don't you set yourself up on the north wall? Grab a bundle of them and go up and nullify that one.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Going. DM, what do I have to do?
You begin climbing. You have a climb speed. You have no trouble getting them up there with your 4 hands. So you climb
great.
up to the top and begin
Pop up on the
emulating
conduits and
waterfall.
absorb the energy.
Man, that sounds super dangerous. Pop, absorb.
Absorb and then pop, right?
Okay, fine. Either way.
Well, one way results in 2d6 wild magical backlash.
The way Cyrus knows how to do it because he's smarter than I am. Please. And he can't read.
Oh, no.
Do I do the thing, or do I need to roll a thing?
You do the thing. You are able to swap out the ones on the north wall. Well, you're able to pull them out and hold these Roman candle as absorbent rods as they are pulling the energy out of the conduits, but you do not have anything to replace the conduits with.
Did I not bring up the stuff that I had?
You brought the absorption rods, which is what you guys have been dealing with. You haven't pulled any replacement conduit.
Is there anything to keep us from just taping the ones we pop out and flip them around? No, that didn't work before.
You did it with only one of them, to be fair.
So maybe if we do them all at once.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time with this puzzle.
Same. I know we've done it
That's
before.
not good.
I don't remember. Like
It's just for the fact that I can't see any of it, and I'm having a hard time putting together everything you're saying because I keep getting digital halfway through.
That's unfortunate.
I have no idea what's going on.
I have things that stop the energy for a moment. I don't have things to fix it. Is the point. So I'm stuck up
in place that you can turn around.
Then I want to do that. I want to fix it. I don't know what that entails in my brain, but I want to fix it so I can go help my friend Krav and Suniva kill the thing that I thought we already killed, because this is getting out of hand for us.
So you lean out, holding on with your feet, and holding 5 wands in one hand, and replacing and turning around the conduit with your other hand. You manage to nullify the north conduit, and energy begins de-escalating from that direction.
Blessed be Mount Selesnya. Right? Did I say that right? Did I do the thing?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's
You're
good.
getting better.
Great, perfect. I clamber
I liked
down.
you more before.
And that's my turn. That's my turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna just beat the shit out of it. You already know. All right. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. You already know, reckless, all that good stuff. So here comes my actions. 1, 2.
Get him. Thank
Beautiful.
God. Yes.
Love
Okay,
that.
first one. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's first attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. I'm talking in Sylvan. That's awkward.
Right, so that will be 12 points of damage for the first strike.
Second strike. Great.
24 will definitely hit.
Good.
So 13 more points of damage. And you royally just slam this thing straight in the chest. It bounces off the wall, and you bring it down heavy on the top of its skull. And you see as the crest coming off the back of its head actually fractures and comes out of alignment a bit. It looks very, very dazed at this point. Is that as well your additional attack? Do you have a third attack from Vicious? I'm sorry, not from Vicious.
Not until
from
level 5.
No.
Yeah, not yet.
I only have 2.
Soon.
Okay. Soon. All right, nice. Well done. Strum.
Oh God. What am I doing? This is going to be risky. I'm going to rock up behind Krav. And basically just to back up our beefy defenders, and just be there in case I need to help them. I'm just for now going to throw a firebolt. So and just do that.
Nice.
So where are my spells? My spells are here. There they are. Actually, a +6, so that's a 12. Does not hit. Nope. Okay, that's fine.
Sorry about that. Yeah. The flame just sort of like gutters out in the darkness.
There we go. It does that. Yeah, and Strum is just basically going to chill there for the meantime in case he's needed to drop a heal, basically. That's his only focus right now. And that's his turn.
All right. The Crawl Death Priest is going to use another multi-attack, this time against Krav again.
Mm-hmm.
Going to make an attempt to strike you in the shoulder or the arm to take the weapon away is a strategy, but it's not going to be very effective as he bludgeons it just bounces right off of your muscled shoulders. You're completely unfazed by this little stick that just hit you with, especially in your enraged state. Sort of inhuman eyes widen slightly, and he casts vampiric touch on you.
Okay.
What?
I would like to cutting words that, if possible.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which is also why I was strategically placing myself there.
Attaboy.
Yay!
So that's a D6 minus away. That's a
Nice.
down to an 11.
11 to hit. Will not hit. Wasting its once a day vampiric touch. Well played. Good job, Jimmy. That was awesome.
Yes.
There we go.
All right.
Jimmy.
Woo!
And it's going to
There we go.
begin looking over its shoulders as it realizes that it's maybe a little bit outmanned.
Oh, you don't say, punk.
It's like throwing dice on the floor. All right. Oh, yes.
He comes back.
You see as the energy from the south and the west of the room just sort of like arcs out in between the two. And the maybe not the same powerful creature that you were fighting a moment ago. Crap. Come on. If I could find the button. That's
What was that?
Whoa, yeah, what?
What was that?
It was an illusion.
no, it was
Okay.
by description it was the right thing, but it was the wrong token.
Someone did a very fast runaway.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping back in with the energy as it slams together in two bolts of lightning, and the energy starts coalescing in the southwest corner of the room, and Mizium molten from the walls begins streaming towards it in this spiraling vortex.
Oh God.
Katrue.
Oh well. Just so you know, it's 8 right now. But seeing
Contact
this, seeing this, Katrin's going to go ahead and cast the chill touch again on it.
Okay.
Please. 12?
I don't think so. No. Wait. No. The skeletal hand reaches up out of the floor and lightning arcs off of it and sizzles your skeletal hand away.
Oh boy, our lightning friend's back, guys. And then oh, hello, Kitty. Kitty says it's 8 o'clock too. Oh gosh, Strum, you're freaking me out. Making hard.
Somebody is spinning it and growing it.
That's all I can concentrate on right now. The things happening on the battlefield are too distracting. I can't figure it out.
Your angel friend looks at the sucking black wound in his shoulder and stares over at the blackened energy that's creeping up Emiché's arm and screams enraged as blasts flame radiant into the room and says, "Traitor!" and turns. The sword erupts from his hand and he charges bolt quick as lightning across the room and impales Emiché straight through the chest and stares fiendishly through her eyes as the light fades and she evaporates.
Whoa!
Oh, now I'm just angry.
Wait a minute.
I mean, Suniva didn't see it.
Oh yeah, we.
Yeah, I'm climbing on a wall, man. I'm Spider-Man right now. What? All right.
I think Captain might be the only one that actually saw that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess. And our electric fiend friend, I think. Whose side are we on, even? Like, is this? Do we have a side anymore?
The
True
side of not
neutral.
pulling up the district.
Yeah, whoever
Oh,
doesn't
I
want
guess
to go
so.
up the district.
I guess so.
That will be
I assume.
Malachi's turn. And
All right. Malachar is going to turn kind of around on the wall, looking over his shoulder, see the flux charger, probably catch Emiché getting stabbed. He's going to, with his other hand, keeping it far away from the nullifying rod because, like, that's what they do. He's going to invoke black fire into his hand, and using his natural 20, casting at second level, shoot a stream of black energy at the flux charger. That is chromatic orb.
okay.
Oh.
Roll it up.
Nice.
So, that is 8d8 on a crit
Nice.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
for 43 damage.
You do
Or whatever
high.
being in the black zone does.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not that it auto crits, it doubles the damage.
Yeah.
So you just doubled the dice on that? Is that what you did?
Yeah, because it's normally 48, it becomes 8d8 on a crit.
So as your chromatic orb goes swirling across the room, it just gets blacker and blacker. Yup. High score. And the orb actually begins pulling the light out of the room. It actually begins to suck some of the light away from the angel friend that you've got with you as it goes sliding by. Impacts this flux charger and implodes.
Oh.
It just dissipates throughout the room. He only had 2 hit points. He was regenerating at
That's
10
okay.
hit points.
That's okay, I feel good.
That feels
Very
good.
negative, and it will be a long time, many rounds, before you would have the ability to regenerate and come back. In which time you
Point
are
at-
able to.
Point at that angel and say, "You stop killing my friends."
This was no friend of yours, surely. There was no
Shut up.
light in this one.
I'm gonna decide who my friends are, not you.
Yes, well, you may decide one day, and you may decide for eternity, but today you and I will not be friends anymore. And he pulls the light from around him in the room and just folds him out of existence.
Ooh.
Bye bye.
And that's where we're going to wrap for the session for this week.
Should have left him there. Just should have left him
Okay.
there. Should have left him there.
Okay.
The Crawl Death Priest is basically dead. Narratively, the combat is over. Crawling Sunita and Strum would very clearly have taken out the last 11 hit points this thing had the next round. So I will just say for the sake of brevity, because we are after 8 p.m., that this has been quite the epic battle. I've really enjoyed narrating the events that have unfolded sort of during this encounter, and it took a fair bit of planning to get to it, so I'm excited that it went off the way it did. Also, congratulations, you are now level 5. As I
Oh, snap!
Yeah! Stunning strike!
We get beefy, boys! Yeah.
Fireball.
So new NPCs, new plot elements with tortured souls in a parallel dimension or something like that. Angels and darkness and all kinds of things coming into the picture right now. So we've got a lot of big things coming out in the story right now. So I'm super excited to see where it takes us. And thank you all for being such amazing players. You guys inspire me regularly. Seriously,
I am a bard. It's what I do.
Oh my god.
Guys make all the work all worthwhile. So thank you for being such amazing players. And we're going to jump off here relatively quick. Just want to say thank you. Big shout out to you out there who are still watching as we are getting close to the end of season 1. More to come on that. So,
Four more sessions.
A few more. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much to the fans out there. And what the heck's going on with Emma Shea?
She's dead, apparently.
Apparently she's freaking kaputs.
I don't know. It seems like freaking nothing that dies down here wants to stay dead.
Stay dead. Yeah, it's pretty.
That was certainly the experience in the last hour.
A cast of their society. It's not one individual. It is a type of monster.
Same guy.
But we want it dead, Corey. But we want it dead.
That last guy's staff. So
Same
it
guy.
can't be the same guy.
Same guy.
He regenerated a new head. Same nose. Look at it. I mean, come on. It's the same guy.
Same guy.
Hey,
Probably
not
pretty
all
solid.
crawl look the same, okay? That is a stereotype.
You're right.
And
This one has a head.
I
It's
don't
true.
appreciate it.
Right.
Yep.
I recognize his thorax. It's okay.
Okay.
Rob now has 2 Death Freeze crests. She's taking that shit off.
That's all we got this week, and we will see you next Monday here on Ravnica Unleashed. All right, guys. We love you. Thank you for watching.
I need a
Thank
pee.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.